Well, g'day, Max here again. Welcome back to the shop. Well, Sunday here in Perth, so just having a day off working on the new shop. So we've been working on that yesterday and the day before. We're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel there, but it's way off in the distance. So anyway, just get on with our job at hand. So we have this piece of aluminium bar, 110 diameter. What we're going to make out of it is a three-step pulley without this extension or this nose on it here. So it's just a basic three-step pulley. So we have a sample here. They want it made the same as the sample. So that's what we'll do. The only part will be different will be the bore. We have to bore it to the size, shaft size and broach keyway through to suit the electric motor that they have supplied. So over to the lathe. Right, this will be a 4-jaw job. So I'm not sure. I'll have to check on the grade of this. Yellow, it's got a black band through it. Now, it's not 6000 series because 6000 is a light blue identification. So I might ring the manufacturer, the suppliers up on Monday and find out what grade this stuff is. Anyway, let's get it set up. That looks pretty good. Should we put a clock on it? Okay, 0 there, minus 2.5 there, plus 5 there, minus 2 there. That's 7th hour. That's good enough by eyeball. So we'll leave that be. Get a tool set up. What we're going to do is we're just going to machine a step in this. So we'll come back. I think our finished part is just over 50mm wide, so that leaves us 20mm left. So we're going to machine a step, probably just shy of 15 millimetres, and that will give us something to grip by. When we flip the part over, you'll see the process. We'll get a tool set up. Slow that feed down a bit, I think. Slow it down some more. Okay, that's all we need there, so we'll flip our part around. What that'll do, it'll give us a nice hard shoulder to come up against the jaws, so the part will not move in the jaws. So you can see there, that gives us a good solid area to grip our stock with, and the shoulder will prevent the part moving back or cocking over in any way when we're cutting. Okay, I'll take our first cut and then I'll get a measurement of what's going on. Now this is going to be messy. My preference is to run the tool upside down, but until I get the forward reverse switch repaired on this lathe I can't do it, so I'll just have to deal with the mess. Okay, that gives us 106. And we've got to come it down to just over 101. So I'll take another 4mm cut. That was a 4mm cut off the diameter. We'll do another one of those. Okay, that's just over 102, that's fine for now. So that's just up on size for the first pulley. So now we'll take down the size for the second pulley. Okay, we're at 88 there. It's the second step, so we've got the final step to rough out, which is that one there. So we take that one down to 70, just over 75 millimeters. One more cut, 4mm off the diameter. So now we've got our part visually roughed out to size. Each step has to be 17.5mm long. So we've got 15mm on that one, 19 on that one. So this is 2mm short, this is 2mm long. So we'll take a bit off this face to bring this to dimension. And likewise with this last area here. So we'll just touch our tool off, we'll wind it on the compound. We'll come in near the middle of the job so we don't put any marks on the finished face, just in case. Okay, I'll zero my compound slide there. Then all I have to do is wind across 17.52mm. So there's 15, 16, so 1.5 to go. I didn't show you on the last step, but I'm just going to touch the tool off on the face there, on the diameter. I'll just zero the cross slide there. So that lets me tells me when I have to finish the facing cut. And we've zeroed off here. Okay, so 17.52 again. So there's 15, there's 16, 17. So we'll just break these sharp edges. Now we'll take some measurements here on the steps and find out how far we've got to take to bring these 3 steps down to diameter. Now the first step, we've got to turn that to 2.962. I'm swapping back to inches on the diameters, and the reason why I prefer metric on lengths on this lathe is because I don't have a DRO. It's easy for me to step off the lengths using the compound slide, as the metric dimensions, well, it has a metric screw in the compound slide, so 3mm per turn, so it makes it easy. So 2.962 is what we want here, and we are 3 inches and 3 thou. So I'll just put 2.962 into our vernier. hit our 0 absolute button, and we've got 41.5 thou, or 41 thou to come off. Quick check, and one thou up on size. That's fine for a pulley. So I'll do the same on the other 2 steps as what you've just seen there, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, we'll get a tool set up and we'll start on the V-grooves. So what my plan is, we'll get a good centre in there and get good support with a revolving centre. And we'll come in then with a wide tool and we'll plunge cut the centre of the grooves out straight to depth. Then we'll come in with another tool later, we'll touch up the sides, the angle on the sides, which has to be 34 degrees for this size pulley. So I'm going to use this grooving tool here, and this will bulk out the material in the centre of the V groove, and we'll take it right to depth. So we get a tool set up on centre in the middle of the distance across there. So our tool is 5.46 millimeters wide, and our distance across there was 17.52. So if we touch the tool off on the side, that means we have to travel across 11.49 millimeters. We'll just round that off to 11.5 millimeters. So every step we hit, we travel 11.5 millimeters, and that puts us in the centre of the groove. And this is pretty well the width of the base of the groove, so we can go directly to depth with that. So we have our tool set up central along the area we've got to cut. So we'll run the lathe on 640 RPM. It's quite quick for such a wide tool, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we'll just slow it down and we have to plunge in 12.7 millimeters once we touch off on the diameter. I'm going to run a bit of coolant. We'll see how it goes with the coolant. If it gets too messy, I'll probably switch it off and revert to the WD-40. Okay, that was it. That was painless.